How important is it for women to be visible within the planning profession?
Incredibly. I think a lot of the planning profession relies on women very heavily. Traditionally, it's been a very good sector for women to work in and juggle childcare. Local authorities have been particularly good at that over the years, and it was fundamentally one of the reasons why I went into local authorities. But planning can be quite a hidden profession anyway. There's a lot of legwork that goes on behind the scenes, and a lot of what we do is not seen anyway. It's very difficult to articulate all of the hidden things that you do, all the connections you make, all the solutions you try to find. So it's undervalued, I think, generally. I think women tend to be a little quieter, maybe not as forward in terms of pushing ourselves forward for either promotions or being actually the front. I think probably I'm more comfortable as a number two. I like being in the background, doing all the work, getting things done. Mm-hmm. So I think it's a natural state for some of us that we're like being a little bit hidden. So opportunities like today help us step forward into the light a little bit.
So today's theme was disruptive women in planning. What do you understand that to mean? And how would you apply that to your own career?
I'm not sure about the word disruptive.
Yeah.
I think if it means that you're proactive, you like getting on and doing things, you like pushing up boundaries, you like finding solutions, then yes, okay, it's disruptive. But I think it's quite unusual for women to be quite so proactive and quite so front-footed in dealing with big projects. You know that Hinkley Point C was one of my big projects, and dealing with that at the same time as dealing with 2,000 applications a year. You have to want something better for your area. You have to want something better for your community. If disruptive means, being difficult, fighting hard, getting real social value for transformational projects, I think the truth is there for all to see now in terms of the recent socioeconomic report from EDF. It's an absolute pleasure just to see how much socioeconomic value there is in a big project like Hinkley Point C. And that's the kind of lesson that I want to bring to other projects, is that if you shape projects really well, there is so much benefit in it for the private sector, the public sector, and the community. So yeah, if disruptive means getting things done, that's definitely me.
You talked a couple of times today about the length of your career. You've been in planning for more than 25 years. Have things changed for women coming into the profession now compared to when you were entering the profession?
Oh, hugely. Yeah, hugely. I could tell many stories, but probably not on camera. But very different environments at the start of my career. You're very kind to say 25 years. It's probably 35 years.
Okay.
But
push the point.
It's completely different. I think there are still pockets, though, where it is very male dominated, where women don't get invited to meetings, where it's difficult to get your voice across. But I think it's so important, and it's I think women have got something more to add. We see things differently. We're just different beings, so we have a different skill set in addition to our planning skill sets, and we can look at things differently through different lenses, and I think that helps everyone get better solutions. So an important part of the team.
Any single piece of advice you would give a young woman embarking on a planning career now, if she wanted to sort of make the most of it and have the best career that she could have?
Well, I've been fortunate to have offered work experience to young women to help them on that journey, and also to create an apprenticeship programme at Sedgemoor, where we've been fortunate again to attract young women into the profession. I think providing them with work experience and guidance and actually getting them working on live cases is the best way forward. helping them get confidence in the skills that they're learning and applying themselves. A lot of the young women, and in fact a lot of the young men that we've supported through Sedgemoor, have done brilliantly well and are all being promoted, and it's a real joy now to see them in different organisations, whether it's the Environment Agency, whether it's a consultancy, but they are doing remarkably well. So building up core skills and having confidence in their ability and the ability to speak their own mind as well, vitally important.
I don't think you have any problems with that. Thank you very much, Claire.